Hello everyone. Alright, what you're going to need are all these materials. Start with a pair of pizzazz, or I also like the, I'm blanking on the name of it right now. This is from the 2010-2012 in color, and I also like the other green from the 2011 to 2013 in color cardstock. But you're going to cut this. You're going to cut this to 5 by 11 and score it 5.5. Okay. Then you're also going to use the Real Red from the Brights collection, and that is cut at 2 3/4 by 7 and scored at 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5. You are also going to, oh, you know, I remember, the other color was Lucky Limeade. Sorry. Alright, so you're also going to have a few little pieces here that you're going to use. You're going to cut using various punches. This is basic black, and I used the 1 3/4 scallop circle punch. Alright, and you're going to need 2 of those. You're going to need 2 very vanillas punched out using the 1 3/8 circle punch. Also using the 1 3/8 circle punch, I just cut this piece, which is the basic black, and I just fit it in there and cut it in half. I fit the paper in and cut it like that. So, or you can cut a full circle and just cut it in half. Depends on how you want to do it, what is easiest for you. You also need the 3/4 inch punch and circle punch and you'll need 2 of those in the basic black. Alright, and I don't have any Sahara Sand cardstock right now, so I'm just using, and this is kind of a green tint. I got this from I don't know, Target, or either Target or Michael's. And I don't actually know a size because I kind of eyeball it using my Colossal, and I'll show you how to do that, but this will be the chin. Okay, so those are the pieces that you're going to need, and let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is take your Colossal with the little foam pack, or foam, whatever you want to call that comes along with it. Okay, so you're going to want to take your paper, and from the top edge, you're going to want to go in, it's at 5, so 2.5 is the middle of the paper. So you're going to want to go out 2 inches on both sides of that. So 1 inch on both sides. So 1 inch at the 2.5, so that would be at 1.5. And then again, 1 inch from the 2.5 would be the 3.5. So kind of make a little light mark with your pencil, because what you're going to want to do is leave that at the top uncut, and you're using the top groove of your Colossal. And that's at the top of the fold. I don't know if I said that earlier. And you want to put a decent amount of pressure, and just maybe go back over it so that it cuts through both sheets. Okay. And hold it steady. As steady as you can. Don't cut yourself. Go back through. Okay, and hopefully we cut it all the way through. Woo! Good job. Okay, and any little kind of frays, you can always use some sandpaper and a sanding block to get rid of that. It'll look like this. When you unfold it, it's got to stay attached. That's very important. I'll actually show you real quick what I mean by sanding it down, in case you didn't know what I meant by that. But taking a little sanding block, just work out the rough spots, and I'm going to finish this up later in an effort to keep this shorter. Next thing I'm going to do is work with my real red. And like I said, you score it at 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5. And then you're going to want to fold in. So fold it in towards your body, away from your body, and then back in your body so it looks like that. Looks almost like a little accordion, mini accordion. Taking your gift card, you're going to want to kind of center it and use your pencil again to mark where you want your word window to punch out. So it's the space between, and leave a little bit of room so that the card slides in and out easily. So not very much room, but I don't know if you are going to be able to see how I did this, but just make sure you have enough room so that the card slides a little bit. Alright? And then take your word window and punch it, lining it up. Now you're not going to want to punch it, you're not going to want to go all the way in like that. You're going to want to just do maybe about a half of the width of the word window and line it up to your pencil marks. It's not going to be the most visible part of the card, so it's really not, it doesn't have to be perfect. Punch. That went all the way up in the air. Alright, and then you're going to want to do it again on the other side with the other pencil mark. And if you are a perfectionist, if there's any little kind of discrepancy, you can sand that down if you want, or don't worry about it. You are going to want to stamp your images first before you put your card together, because it's just going to be easier to do it that way. So I'm using this stamp from the Happiest Birthday Wishes stamp set. I am using some Stays-On, jet black Stays-On. Okay. And I'm going to put this one up here on the top part. Alright. And I'm also using this Happy Birthday stamp, also from, this is the second, this is 1 of 2, so, and it all comes together, so this is 1 of 2 and 2 of 2, so when you order these, they come together as a package deal. And I'm going to use this one of the Happiest Birthday Wishes. Again, using some Stays-On, and you're going to stamp the bottom portion. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do is punch every corner of your tongue out. With a corner punch. So it's going to look like that when it's closed. Like that. Okay, and then you're going to want to put some red line tape. I put them just on both sides, the top and the bottom. Okay? Only do one side at a time first. Alright, and so kind of get it in there and line it up the way you want it. And you're going to want to make sure that you cannot see the red from, turn it around so you can see. So you can't see the red part from the outside of the card. So line it up so that the curves kind of match up a little bit, the curves of the rounded portions, and then just adhere it. Do the same to the other side, but it'll be easier this time because you can just pull the adhesive off and press down. Ta-da! Alright, so there you go. It's your tongue. I glue my Very Vanilla to my basic black Center it as well as you can. And I use a dimensional cut in half for the pupils. Okay, now again, using dimensionals cut in half, you're going to adhere your eyeballs, your eyes, to your frog, and you're going to want to do it so that it's up a little bit, like the top scallop is a little bit. You might want to kind of center them, figure out how you want them on your body before you put them on, but before you commit. Alright, I just eyeballed it and kind of figured it out. So it'll look like that. And you're just going to glue your nose on. I like mine right about there. Using some basic rhinestones, you can color your basic rhinestones in with a Sharpie marker. I'm using green for my Sharpie marker. And I already colored one in. I'll color the other one in so you can see. So I don't know how well you can see that. Right there is the one that I did. And I'll color in the one next to it and show you. Okay. And it dries real quick. It stays on. You can touch it. It's not going to mess it up at all. And you're going to use some basic rhinestones for your frog's nose, for its little nostrils. Alright, there we go. It's going to look like that. Ta-da! Using the colossal again, figure out how I want my chin, my frog's chin. Alright, I'm going to go with the third groove from the top. So it's this groove, the third groove from the top. And I'm just going to eyeball it and kind of cut. This is the part that's a little tricky. I don't really have a perfect way of doing this. Alright, so get it positioned. If you make a little mistake like I did, get it positioned the way you want it. Flip it over real carefully, holding it in place, and use a pencil to draw a line or a half circle or whatever. Alright, this is going to be a little tricky. Wish me luck. Yeah, that's why it's a little tricky. Alright. Alright. And you got your little chin and your little nose. And that's how it looks so far. And the last thing that I use is some pearl pen. You can also use basic pearls if you want to. I don't have any basic pearls right now, so I chose to use my pearl pen for just a little, kind of like a little shine in his eye. It kind of adds just the last touch of dimension to his eye. I like to put a glue dot on the bottom of the gift card. It kind of adheres it to the inside of the tongue. Just kind of open it a little bit and work it in there so it won't slip out. Okay, so that's how it looks. The little card, your gift card inside, and greetings, and the frog. So adorable. I love this. I'm just thrilled, and I hope my niece loves hers. She should be receiving hers in a few days, so that's it. I enjoyed making this with you guys. I hope that you had fun too, and until next time, happy stamping!